Okay, welcome back to the channel. It is day 136 of our road to 2200. And as you can see, we have the CHESNUT EVO here. I've made a move so that I don't lose on time or get aborted. And yeah, we're just going to be playing on the CHESNUT EVO. If anybody wants any CHESNUT product, check out the description. You can save up to 17% off. These boards are really, really cool. And we have a Karo Khan on the board. You already know what we're going to do. So yeah, we're gonna try and get a win here. We're working towards new highs. I figured, since we're over 2000 again, let's play a little bit of over the board. And I'm probably gonna get cooked, but we're gonna play the Von Hagen. I love the Von Hagen. So that's exactly what we're gonna go for. This is a dubious gambit, but a lot of strong players actually do play it. So yeah. Let's see what my opponent's got for me. Mr. Manifest. Now, as a Karo Khan player myself, I never really saw this all that much, so some people aren't super prepared, but if you are prepared for this, it can be a very hard time for the white pieces, but it's fun. We're playing 15 plus 10 in this because I'm on the over the board, so I have to make moves for myself, but also the opponent, which is fine, but doing 10-0 isn't really, yeah. You don't really want to play 10-0 on this thing. You can. Don't get me wrong. You can play 10 plus 0, but with me commentating, etc., it's just better if I do this. And my opponent's going for an early d6 or e6. So they're not developing their knight, they're not developing the bishop. We're going to stick to our plan, so we're going to go f6 because we want them to take and then we capture back with the knight for obvious reasons. And if they don't take the pawn, then we can capture in the center and we have a very nice center. Well, some people will play e3 here. I feel like my opponent's going to play e3. Oh, sorry, my arm is in the way of the board. I feel like my opponent will play e3, just giving the pawn back, but then saying, you played f3, you idiot. Okay, instead they bring out their bishop here. So I can just capture the pawn with the pawn. And if they want to take the knight, so be it. So they've already given me the pawn back. They didn't like our little gambit. That's fair. That's fair. They're just taking the knight. Wow. But now I can just capture back, and our center is very solid here. And we have ideas of... Oh, that was their idea. Okay, so they're going for check. And then they're going to take in the center. Did I mess this up? I might have messed this up. Okay. Shoot. So we don't want to give the rook up. So I probably have to play king f1. And then it looks like they're just winning the pawn. So maybe I messed this up really badly. I could also play king f2. King f2 seems interesting. Let's play... Oh, I can't play king f2, you dummy. I think we have to go king f1. Yeah, so we just have to go king f1. They're going to take the pawn. Like, why else would they have gone there? And then maybe I'll just bring the bishop back. Attack the queen. Yeah, this is not what we wanted. Yeah, they take, of course. So if I play bishop to d3, what are they going to play? They don't have any other checks. Their queen's feeling a little bit uncomfortable here. We're going to come back with our bishop. So they have to go queen to h4. And then I'm going to tempo the queen with the knight. And it's just their queen outplaying. So it's not... They did win the pawn. Okay, I guess they go back this way? Okay. So I could push the pawn, kick them back. I don't really want to commit my pawns though. Maybe I play queen to g4. And just give them a little bit of trouble. Queen g4, if they go e5, I just take. Yeah, let's get our queen involved here. Queen g4. And now we want to get our pieces active and try to attack them because that's the only thing that we potentially have going at all. So they need to protect their pawn, and then they're going to play knight f6. So if they play g6, maybe I play bishop g5 preemptively. Also just cuts off some good squares and then gets ready to activate my rook. I actually don't mind this. g6, we bring the bishop out. And then we're going to play like knight f3 going to the e5 square. And we can try to manually castle somehow, which is hard to do with the queen there. So, we'll see. It's double-edged. We lost a pawn, but we have more development. So we're playing this in gambit style anyways. They took the pawn, but it's definitely a better version for them. We definitely didn't play this as I probably should have. I keep putting my arm in the way. Might as well give you a little bicep flex, but okay. We have a lot of time. We should have used more time in the opening. We definitely should have saw that check. And we didn't, which is just unfortunate. Okay, knight there. Yeah. Okay, knight comes here. If I take the pawn, I'm just gonna lose. So we can't do that. I don't think they want a castle though. Maybe I just develop my knight. If I develop my knight, can I go knight f5? That could be annoying. Maybe I kick the queen away though. No, knight f5, I can't kick the queen. Maybe I kick the queen away now. Maybe now's the time to kick the queen away. Yeah, let's get the queen out of there. I don't want my queen being in my business, so we're gonna tell them to go. And it's just a matter of where they're gonna go with the queen. But I don't think I ever want to take on g5 or on g7. I don't think that's good for my position. We get the pawn back, but then the rook becomes active. In some certain circumstances, of course, it'll be good, but I don't think it is here. If they were to play queen d6, maybe I activate the bishop with tempo. Maybe I activate the rook with h4, h5. I feel like they want to put the knight on g6 to negate any kind of attacking ideas there. But h4, h5 should be pretty decent. I wouldn't be surprised if they go all the way back with the queen too. Like queen d8, just keeping an eye on the d4 square. Yeah, so they go all the way over with their queen. That's a very logical move. So I could take the pawn now, but I don't really like that their rook is going to become active. I think I should better yet just develop my knight. Can the queen come in any fashion? I don't really think so. Everything's protected pretty well. They're not threatening any pawns. So if I go knight f3, I am threatening to play bishop d2, attacking the queen again. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Just development. But we got to be careful of their pawn move with my queen there too. Unfortunately. But, they push the pawn, I can just move the queen. I could take the pawn at that point, probably. And be safe. Let's develop our knight. I think they might play some kind of e5, but then I'm gonna take the pawn, and then if rook g8, I might. Then I would be able to just capture their pawn. And it works because the knight is protecting the bishop. Otherwise, the bishop is actually hanging. Okay, so they do go for this idea. So now there's a pin. Now there's a pin. Pretty important to see. So I could develop my last piece. Which I think I might do. And then go h4, h5. Yeah, so I think bishop d2. They're gonna play queen d8. What else would you play? I guess maybe they go queen c7 so that they can jump in with the knight. But at that point, I can just play g3, king g2, and then get the rook involved. I think. Yeah, let's develop our bishop here. I like my position. We're down a pawn, but we have so many active pieces. They can castle too, but interesting. We got super active pieces. Okay, yeah, so they do go for this idea. That makes some sense. Maybe they're trying to jump in and take my bishop. Well, no, they can't do that because it's protected many times. I think just playing like g3, king g2 is probably the way. g3 castles, king g2, and then h4. We gotta be careful of some kind of move in the center. I could stop them from castling too. Maybe I go h4 now, because the knight can't come forward. h4, but then they push the pawn in the center of the board. Okay, we're getting low on time here. h4, e5. I guess I can play queen e4. Yeah, it's pretty weakening. I'm gonna go for it though. Push the pawn. I want to get rid of that knight there. The knight's kind of annoying in that position. e5, queen e4. That pawn's just loose if they play that. I should probably prioritize getting the king or like castled. Although I'm probably just gonna play king. Okay, they develop the knight though. This is probably a losing mistake though, right? I guess their idea is to play bishop. Or I guess to go there with the knight. Push the pawn, knight comes in. Yeah, I don't really want to allow that. Let's bring our bishop into the party. I'm going to play this relatively quick. If they push h6, I might take the knight. If f6, I can take in the center of the board with check. I can take on e6. So f6 is out of the option. What an insane game. They still have not castled. Castling now feels wrong, so I don't know if we'll see that. Okay, yeah, they do tempo me here. So I guess I have to take. Oh, the only move, right? Because if I just move my queen back, I guess I can't move my queen back. Okay, I guess capturing is needed. And then they're going to take back. Yep, there it is. Now they have the open file. They're still trying to go in the center. What if I push the pawn, though? And then if push, we just slide forward. Yeah, we just come forward with their queen if they attack us. Oh, but now they can come into the position, can't they? Oh, I might have messed this one up. Yeah, queen in. Completely overlooked that move. But I'm definitely not going to trade. Where do I want my queen, though? Okay, this is the only square I can go back to. Now they're going to push in the center. And then there's a fork. No. Ah, we're not going down like this, are we? Yep. There it is. And it's a forced queen trade, too. So I have to come back. Shoot. Yeah, they trade. And now, yes, I don't have to take. I guess I can take with the rook. Let's take with the rook. We're only down a pawn at the end of the day. Their knight's still hanging. There's no fork. Definitely not the best play by me. Knight jumps in, yeah. This is expected, and he checks. No, I think we just capture here in the center. They can take the bishop if they want it. Castling for them now is probably a good option. Yeah, so they decide to take the bishop. I'm just going to take back, of course. I don't think there's any intermezzo. And then they're probably just going to take in the center. No, they activate bishop first. So they're trying to take the pawn. But I should be able to just protect that. Or I could push it. But then they're going to bring in more pieces, I guess. No, let's push the pawn. And then if they take, I'll take with the knight. If rook comes to d8, then I play rook d1, protecting. I think this is our best chance of play. But we'll see. We'll see. We're definitely not advantageous, but maybe we can hold on to a draw, potentially. We shall see. Our rook needs to be better. That's one thing. Yeah, so they do take this pawn. Take back with the knight, of course. Wouldn't make sense to take it back with anything else. It does destabilize our center a little bit. But like I said, that should be fine. Actually, we might be able to play for c5. Okay, they go there first. I guess I just go back. I wanted to play knight d3, trying to get some kind of outpost on d6, but it doesn't seem like it's going to work out in our favor. I guess I could bring the rook to the center. If they take the knight, I take back, take the bishop. I don't think so. I want to keep the knight, to be honest. But I don't know. We're going to have such a weakness. You know what? Let's go into a rook endgame. Bring a rook over. They take the knight, I take with the rook, and then we take the bishop. And we're just going to play this position. We have 3 minutes versus their 7.5. I don't think this is really that great, but it is an equal endgame, like material-wise, but definitely not where I thrive the most. Giving the opponent chances to plunder, too. Yeah. Is that a good move? They have checks, so I gotta be careful here. Oh, they had check. No, they didn't. Knight takes. So, okay, let's just go back with our knight. We gotta play quick. Give us a check, and they win the pawn immediately. Great. All we got. Yeah, they take the pawn. Our other pawn is under attack. Shoot. Okay, well, we're gonna protect our pawn. Our rook is just so out of play. Yeah, they're trying to trade. Shoot, man. Uh, I mean, we need to bring our rook back, so what if they're gonna trade, let's let them trade on our terms, where we take back with the rook. They're up a pawn, so now we need to keep the bishop and knight. We want any chances. Just king up. Let's move the rook now. They can come in for a check, but we'll just move the king. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, that's actually not good. Check is really strong here. Because if I go king g3, then they have rook g8. So I need to play king g1. This guy's kind of cooking me. He's kind of cooking me. Not good. Yep, there's the check. We have to play king g1. Only move. Now they can go rook g8, but then I take the pawn with check. So they want to be careful here. They're definitely just winning. Yeah, so they push their pawn. That could be a mistake, though. I could probably push. No, it's definitely not a mistake. Okay, let's push our pawn. They're probably just going to push and protect. But we need to do something. If they ever attack us, yeah, if they ever play that, I need to protect using the knight. So we got to go here. That leaves our pawn unprotected, so they can probably come tempo it. But at this point, we're just playing for tricks. Okay, they push, protecting, but now we're just going to capture. And they'll take back, probably with the H pawn, or the A pawn. But taking in another way is probably... They should actually take outside, because then they get two pass pawns, maybe. Could be strong. They take this way. Now I can take a hold of the open file. Is there anything to it, though? Our pieces are pretty bad. Okay, we need to be active. Let's go rook a1, trying to get active with our rook. Maybe pushing h6 at some moments could be good. Okay, they come back. They're putting pressure. Good move. Question is, do I throw in a check? I could also attack the rook. Let's give a check to start, and then we're going to go rook f1. Or king f1. I think this is our best try. King comes forward. Okay. Logical. Let's play king f1. No, that's a huge blunder because they can take with the bishop with check, attacking the rook as well. So I have to take, and then they have both rooks in. So I missed that. Shoot. Okay, but they get scared. They get scared. And now they want a rook trade. They're threatening to win my rook, so I kind of have to take there. A good way of forcing a trade. But at least now they're out of my position, kind of. Let's step up with the king. Trying to get our rook active. Okay, rook's coming all the way down. So I could give a check. And king just comes forward. So I guess I'm going to play knight back. They weren't threatening to take the knight, but I want to be able to push or use my rook. Yeah, bishop just comes all the way back now. They're not really threatening to take. Let's give a check. See where they're going to go. And then we'll probably just go active with our rook. We're just losing, but we're going to fight. We're going to fight. King over. Let's come into the position with our rook. I'm assuming just bishop takes will happen. Yeah, they're just trading into a good endgame, basically. Smart, and then just attack my h pawn. Can't hold on to it. Okay, or they can do that, I guess. Shoot. Okay, let's attack here. I mean, they're letting my h pawn survive. They have two passed pawns though. Maybe trickiest would have been king e3. But they probably just push pawns here. Yeah, so they're pushing. Let's be sneaky. Let's play king up. Now we're threatening to give a check and win the rook. Yeah, so they go behind this. That's very smart. We're gonna capture this now. Protecting our pawn. King comes forward. I don't think there's anything I can do. I guess I'll push my pawn. They probably just bring the king though. I think I'm just completely losing. Just push. Okay, but now what if I go here? I guess they've made a shield. Okay, the rook comes behind. I don't know about this one. But now they promote check. I don't know, I guess this is probably my best try. They just move. They're just gonna make a queen. Yeah, they just push. Now I'm gonna push my pawn. They're gonna make a queen. There's probably some kind of checkmate here. Let's move this. We're threatening to promote. There is ways to blunder this. Okay? But it's probably pretty straightforward. Oh, no, this is checkmate. Yeah. Just here. King has to go here. Make them prove it. And then, yeah, I think this is mate in 1. No, mate in 2. And they find it. We have to go like this. And GG to my opponent. Sad life. All right, we're going to hop over to analysis. Once again, if you want a board like this, so you can play at home over the board, make sure you check out the description. You can save up to 17% off of any of the products using code APEX. All right, let's take a look at this analysis here. So my opponent had played with an 85, I played with a 75, and we did have a winning advantage there out of the opening. But I'm not entirely sure where we went wrong here. So we take, and this is, yeah, totally fine. Then we go bishop back. What is the best move? We should just develop normally, apparently. But anyways, we develop, and then we're going for kind of tricks here. Yeah, c4 is the best move. Then we develop, but we should play queen takes g7 and go into this and just play queen h6. Not taking another pawn, opening up this, but just get out of the way. And then instead, we kind of allowed them to get a little bit going, developed, and then we find the right idea here, h4, but then we got a little bit scared. We should have just played h5. But we allowed him to come in with tempo, and then we play this, which is the right way, but it allows the queen in first. So rather than bishop there, we should have just played here. And if they play this, we just come up. And now, what's the continuation? Castles is what it's saying to go, but what if they go back? Then we can take. What about this? Oh, we take the knight. So we missed something pretty simple there. But okay, we have this position. Queen in, we don't take. Then they force the trade. We go into this, and we should have just took here, allowing them to take here with check, playing king. Oh, it wants king g1. I probably would have went here. And then they take, and then we should play rook e1. And then it says to go back. What about this, though? Knight g5 is also a move. And then it says to castle. What if they play a move like this? We go g4, and apparently we're better. That's what the computer says. I don't understand g4 to save my life. Oh, then you come in. I see. Oh, g4, and no matter... I guess they have to go protect the pawn, right? They're supposed to go like this. Oh, so that on knight takes, they can take, and this is still... It's there. Because if they don't play that, let's say that they make a random move, you're threatening takes, and check. Or at least I thought. They have rook a f8. Anyways, very interesting. Instead we go for this. I thought this was good. And now we're winning again, but only if we play g4. And I did think about g4, but it's not so clear because they just win a pawn. And I'm correct in that thought process. Oh, because after takes, you have to go here. And then if they take, you go h6. They can't protect this. King moves out of the way. You take. It's winning, but apparently there's just mate. Wow. Okay, so I didn't do that. And then from this point on, we're just lost. My opponent did a very good job here of converting. And yeah, we almost got the queen, but they found the checkmate. So GG to my opponent, and yeah, well played. Once again, if you want a board like we played on, check out CHESNUT. It's in the description. Use code APEX. You can save up to 17% off, and I'll see you in the next video. Drop a like.